What's going on, everybody? Welcome here to another episode of the This Just In podcast, episode 13, 14?
14, I think. Yeah.
14 weeks of this. Going crazy. Second
Really?
second episode of the new year.
Yeah.
Second episode of the new year. Yeah, starting things off. Jared, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. First day classes. Getting back from Christmas break. Getting into
I
it
don't-
at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Ooh,
I don't have any 8 a.m.s, which is nice.
lucky dog.
Got the national championship game kicking off in like less
True.
than an hour when
Yeah.
we're filming this. But yeah, we're gonna start this episode off as usual. Little blind rankings.
Little blind rank.
You want to go first, Jared, or what are you thinking?
I'll go first. So, my topic for you is Disney movies.
Ooh, okay,
We're a little bit more specific in the movies.
okay.
First movie, The Little Mermaid.
Are we talking animated or live action?
Animated.
I'm gonna go like 4. There's some better ones.
Okay. Number 2, we got Aladdin. Also,
Oh.
the animated one.
Aladdin's good. That's a good movie. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm gonna go number 2. A good
Okay,
movie.
Okay, that's not bad, to be honest. Next movie, Big Hero 6.
I think I've seen it like once in my whole life. And it was kind of like okay.
Okay.
God, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna put it at 3. I'm gonna leave 1 and 5.
Oh, he leaves a 1 and a 5.
that was bad.
Next movie, we got Encanto. A little bit of a new one.
That's like also a good movie. You probably left something either really bad or really good for the last one.
What's he gonna do, though? What's he gonna do?
I'm gonna put it at 5 just because it's still new, so it's not really like a classic yet.
Okay. So your number 1 Disney movie out
Okay.
of these is Moana.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Moana's a good movie. You got Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in there
Yes, sir.
as Moana.
As Moana.
That'd be a crazy casting.
That'd be wild. They just flipped the entire script.
I want to see Disney make it happen. Live action Moana.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Who would play the other guy though?
Which other guy?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character. He's playing Moana, so he can't play that guy.
Oh, you're right.
So who's-
Ooh. That's a good
Ice
question.
Spice?
What?
Moving
Continue
on.
ranking.
Disney, make it happen. Moving on. I got you blind ranking. So in honor of the national championship tonight, college logos.
Okay, I thought about doing this because of the college football playoff, but I feel good thing I didn't.
Well, college logos. We're gonna start out here. Texas Tech, a little double.
Texas Tech. Okay. I kind of like it, but I feel like the colors carry a little bit of it. That red and black's kind of nice, so I'm gonna slot it at the 3. It's not bad, but it's not too crazy.
Respectable. I don't know if you know this one. USF, little South Florida Bulls. It's a good one.
I do.
I
do.
like it.
I like it, but just the U, I'm gonna put it in the 4.
Okay. Okay.
Got the nice little horns on it, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Next, we're gonna go here. Kansas.
Kansas. Okay.
Jayhawk. Classic.
I might have to leave. Ugh. Do I leave the 1 in the 5? I don't know. But I might just have to give it to Kansas just because it's an iconic logo, I feel like.
All
I'm gonna
right.
put in the 1.
Hey, I respect it. I respect
Lots
it.
of history. Lots of history in that program for both
Next,
football and
We've got my personal favorite in the entire country,
Oh, it's gonna.
the Washington State Cougars logo.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
I have to put this in the 2. And leave the 5.
You leave the
There's no way
5.
I put it in the 5.
I think you might have had I think you got the 5 right. It was BYU.
Yeah, okay, that's a great list. That is a perfect list.
I think I'd probably swap Kansas and Washington State, but other than that,
Well, that's a little bit of bias there, but okay.
it's my favorite. But yeah.
It's I like it, but that Kansas logo is too iconic.
Speaking of BYU, we beat them the other night in basketball. BYU
That's true.
fans.
That did happen.
Oh my god, BYU fans were so sad in comment sections. It was hilarious.
Oh,
It was they were down bad.
that's a brutal scene.
They were down bad. Well, Jared, you were telling me before we started that you had an update on our NFL pick'ems. If you want
I
to give.
did. So, This is gonna seem very scripted, but we tied. We both went 93 and 60. You were down 2 going into week 18 and snagged 2 games from me. And so now here we are.
Did we rig it?
Did we rig it? That's a great
Did
question.
we rig it?
That's a great question.
No, because you can go back and
Exactly.
watch all the episodes and do the picks for yourself. We didn't rig
You
it.
can count them up if you want to. That would not be very fun to do, but you could do it.
We didn't rig it. We didn't know this was gonna happen.
So do we do a little bit of playoff pick'ems and
I think
use that as a tiebreaker?
we'll playoff pick'ems at the tiebreaker makes sense. I think we'll make our picks at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just to let you guys know, we tied.
We did.
We tied. We didn't mean for this to happen. But it kind of works, so now we can do the playoffs. Because we were going to do the playoffs anyways.
Yeah.
So
it gives it a little bit of intensity.
It's playoff format.
Playoff time.
It's
playoff time.
It's playoff time. It makes sense. Dude, I don't know how we tied, dude.
I don't know either. I was up like 10 at one point, and then
you were killing me.
I think week 17 killed me. I think you took like 6 games from me.
Well, because I started picking the opposite because I needed.
Yeah. Whenever I lost, you gained a point. You gained a game every single time.
Hey, that's the strat. Pro strats. Ever want to win and pick them, guys? Just do it.
Just fade the other person.
Make them pick first, and then you pick the other one.
That's cheese.
It works.
It did.
All right. Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna stick with the NFL theme a little bit.
Okay.
I came up with like a fun little idea. I got 3 quarterbacks in mind, right?
Okay.
We're just gonna assume that they're moving to a new team next year.
Ooh.
I want you to pick a team for each of these 3 quarterbacks that you think would be maybe fun, a good fit, a realistic option, whatever you want to go with, right?
Okay.
First one we're going, Russell Wilson almost certainly is going to be off the Broncos.
Yeah.
What do you think about Russ's next destination?
Does he go back to Seattle? Geno is getting a little bit shaky. Wasn't able to make the playoffs this year, and the team got better on offense. And it's a little scary. But I'm gonna say Russ has the homecoming for one more year. I think he's gonna give it one more year and try to ball out in Seattle and bring them one more Super Bowl. It just makes the most sense. I think there's no world where he doesn't retire a Seahawk. It just has to happen.
I think that would be fun.
It would be.
I think for me, I'm gonna go with like something that I feel like would be a good fit. I think he kind of fits the Pittsburgh Steelers, to be honest.
That's what I thought about them, but there might be another quarterback on here that I think has a better chance to go there.
I don't think Pickett's the guy, right?
Yeah.
And Russ at least gives him a veteran option for the time being.
Yeah.
He's good enough to help you compete a little bit. I mean, Mike Tomlin likes veteran guys.
He does.
All right, well, we got next guy here. Coming off of an injury this last season, Vikings might not re-sign Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
If that were the case, what's the next team?
Ooh, do we go a little bit? Okay, I was kind of thinking Washington if they don't go with Howell. If they don't stick with Howell after the year they had, they could bring him back. And kind of going on a little bit of a homecoming theme here, which is kind of weird. But they kind of need a reason to keep Terry McLaurin, I feel like, because he's slowly, I don't think he's very happy not winning a lot of games there. And you bring a veteran guy, as Brissett, even this year, Brissett, you could say, played better than Howell, I guess, with the turnovers and stuff like that. And I think just adding a veteran presence might be able to have them possibly compete. But realistically, I think he probably stays in Minnesota, but that's the only team that I could probably see. Assuming I know who the other quarterback is. That's who
I think you probably do know who the last one is.
I hope it's who it is.
For me, for Kirk Cousins, I had a team in mind and I literally just forgot who it was. I'm gonna assume that like teams like the Patriots and Commanders probably go quarterback route, right? In
Yeah.
the draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my team. I was gonna go with the Las Vegas Raiders because I don't think you're
Ooh.
high enough to draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
But Aiden O'Connell's not the guy either. And it's a decent roster. You still have Jacobs. You still have Devontae Adams for the time being. Who knows what you hire or who you hire as head coach if you stick with Antonio Pierce. But Cousins could offer you, proven veteran guy in there and try to win some games. Go a different route in the draft rather than taking a quarterback and try to win. Especially with the Broncos looking down and the Chiefs not looking as good this year too.
Yeah.
The Chargers, who knows what's going on.
I don't even know what is happening with the Chargers, man.
They're a mess.
Yeah.
They're an absolute mess. All right, do you want to guess who my third quarterback was?
I'm assuming it's going to be Justin Fields just because
it was Justin Fields.
Okay, so this is where Pittsburgh comes into play. I think the Steelers could snag Justin Fields in a trade. He's more mobile than Pickett, more accurate, and he just creates more to that offense, and that very dead offense. It'd be a great counter to Najee Harris or Jalen Warren, who don't really have to carry the load as much. They can let Justin Fields run the ball, even though that's not ideally what you want, possibly injuring Fields. But I think he would bring new life into Pittsburgh after struggling both years with Pickett. And it would just make the most sense if Fields is moved and they Bears take Caleb Williams, which I don't think is going to happen because Justin's been playing very well as of late. But if he does move, it's gonna be to Pittsburgh.
I was torn between like three teams here, to be honest. I was thinking potentially Minnesota because they're not high enough to take a guy, and if they don't re-sign Kirk Cousins in this hypothetical, they're still a win now roster. And Fields maybe in a different scenario with a good offensive-minded coach could make some noise, but I didn't go with them. Then I thought about the New York Giants. But you still got Daniel Jones' massive contract, and I don't think they're ready to move on from Daniel Jones yet.
Yeah.
So I ultimately decided on the Atlanta Falcons. You don't know what's going on. Arthur Smith was just fired, but I don't think Heineke's the guy. I don't think Ritter's the guy. You're not really, unless you hope like Jaden Daniels can fall to you or Penix kind of soars up into the top of the first round. But they might opt to just go try to rework Justin Fields a little bit, see what they got. And he kind of fits that team, too. I mean, you get him some weapons.
Yeah, get him weapons. You can hopefully not have to worry about receiver shopping fast.
Dude,
Jonnu Smith balled out this year.
Yeah, Drake London, too. Kyle Pitts.
Exactly.
The
second half of the year. Bijan, yeah. Fantasy legend.
He'd have some decent options over there.
Yeah, way better than what he has in Chicago right now.
Light years better, dude. But Darnell Mooney. I mean, DJ Moore's really good, but
yeah,
Darnell Mooney, like
kind of bad for DJ Moore though. If Justin Fields moves on.
Oh yeah,
he's in another Carolina situation.
No, because they
maybe not. Well, it depends on how Caleb. They would get Caleb Williams.
They'd probably take Caleb or Drake May, and he'd be fine with that.
Yeah, it just really depends on how they translate to the NFL.
Speaking
That's
of
scary.
I was gonna do like a transition to the pick'em, but we've been talking about the NFL like the whole time. So speaking of the NFL transition, we're leaving that in the video. Pick'em, wild card, playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Saturday games. The Browns, the Texans. Last time they played, the Browns won.
Exactly.
No Stroud.
I love CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
But he has not seen his defense. And I guess you could say it goes both ways, that we've never seen CJ Stroud. But I feel like it's much easier to go against a new QB rather than going up against the best defense in the league for the first time ever in the playoffs. And I think it's just going to be hard for him. The defense is going to get a lot of guys back that they didn't have last time we played them. But I still think the Browns are going to take this one.
I'm also going to go with the Browns. I think they have that team of destiny mark on them this year.
It really is.
And I just think that even with CJ Stroud, the Browns defense is amazing. Flacco's been balling out. He's a playoff performer. Like, I gotta take.
Isn't he tied for the most wins on the road?
It's crazy. They're
He's
like,
got 7. That's kind of crazy. 7 playoff road wins. Wow. Crazy.
hey, Flacco's that guy, man.
He is. He is that guy.
He's that guy.
I'm not gonna slander him yet. Need a Baltimore Cleveland AFC Championship.
That would be insane.
It's very possible because if the Dolphins beat the Chiefs, they'd play Baltimore. Then
Speaking
they'd
of
be
Dolphins Chiefs, that's our next game.
That's our next
Saturday night.
Okay. This is weird because like it's in Arrowhead, and it's the Chiefs.
Tough place to play.
It's a very hard place to play, and you're playing Mahomes. And Tua looked shaky a little bit. It's a tough one. But I'm gonna take the Dolphins. I like how I don't want to say I like how consistent they were because they weren't like the most consistent team out there, but I think they're way more consistent than the Chiefs, even though that the Chiefs have been in this position multiple times, and even the Dolphins last year put up a good fight against Buffalo in Buffalo with Skylar Thompson and all that. So I think the Dolphins will take this one.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs just because I don't see a way that Patrick Mahomes takes a first round loss. Like he's been shaky all year, but he could just go out there and ball. I mean, it's playoff time. Big players play well in the playoffs. It just happens. I just don't see a way that Mahomes goes out in the first round.
This is the year the Chiefs' downfall starts. Got a feeling.
It really could be.
It's a huge game for them. This decides a lot for Kansas City.
Starting off with the Sunday games, the Steelers and the Bills. Steelers on the skin because the Jaguars.
I'm sorry. The Steelers are not winning this game. They're playing one of the hottest teams in football right now, and you're telling me Mason Rudolph or Kenny Pickett's going to go into Buffalo and stop them? Are you kidding me? Give me the Bills.
Yeah, this is easy. We don't have to spend much time on this. Bills.
Yeah.
They're just the better team at the end of the day. And they're hosting, so.
Yeah.
Next year, Packers Cowboys. This one is interesting because Jordan Love has been balling.
Ooh, Packers Cowboys. Don't know how far I hop on Packers shit. It's cool. Love seeing Jordan Love ball out, but give me the Cowboys. Jordan Love's first playoff game. Just don't see him beating a more experienced playoff team.
Jordan Love has had a really good year though.
He has, but
I'm really tempted to take Green Bay. I'm gonna take Dallas, but I'm gonna say here, if Green Bay wins, do not be surprised at all. Like,
100%.
I think Dallas probably will win, but there's a very good chance that Jordan Love can pull this
Dallas
one.
is lucky it's not at Lambeau, because then it would be.
Oh yeah.
Be a way different game.
Although AT&T is a pretty tough place to play too.
Yeah, Cowboys have not been a good road team this year. So playing a place like that would have been.
This is pretty perfect. Matthew Stafford goes back to Detroit.
Ooh. Give me the Lions. I want to see a Lions-Browns Super Bowl. That would be storybook.
They really would be.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go with Detroit. I think the fact that we could get a Stafford back to Detroit and a Flacco back to Baltimore in the same playoffs is
that would be crazy.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I do think the Lions end up winning that, spoiling Stafford. Has he been back yet? His first time.
Yeah, he's been back. He just didn't. Well, I don't know. He didn't play Week 18, but he probably was hurt a little bit, and they didn't want to go that far.
But he'll be playing this time.
Yeah. Better be.
Last pick here, it's the, winner of the NFC South versus the Eagles. It's the Buccaneers. And the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles. As fraudulent as the Eagles have been of late, the Buccaneers aren't winning that game. Shout out to Baker, though. Like to see him make the playoffs once again.
I'm really the Eagles have been so bad, dude. But I think I would have taken the Bucs if they didn't only beat the Panthers 9-0.
That's true.
If they looked a little better versus the Panthers,
points is crazy.
I would have taken them, but I'm gonna go the Eagles. Second round exit for the Eagles, though, for sure.
We got one different pick.
Ooh. Hey, well, we got the other round.
That's true. We got the other round. This could be
the other round. And Super Bowl pick is gonna be 50-50. We might take the same.
Imagine we're tied going into the Super Bowl.
We might have to if we both have the same number one choice, we might have to flip a coin for it.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna tie. We're not gonna end as a tie.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Ask Siri to pick our Super Bowl winner.
Sarah the Pickers. Run a Madden simulation.
Oh my God! Wait. Yeah, it's got to be a sim because if we played for it, you would beat me.
Yeah, I would.
We do like a whole set of games. We do a Madden game. We do a 2K game.
Okay, an MLB game.
We do an MLB game. We do an NCAA game. That's a win
An
for me.
NBA game. Basketball 1-on-1.
Basketball 101. Ping pong 101. Soccer penalty kicks.
Soccer PKs is crazy.
We got to do all the just to decide who
We gotta do
gets
everything.
first choice.
Make it like a 20 match series.
I'll
Or
1v1 you in like COD or something.
If we can 1v1 it, it will happen.
Yeah, anything that is possible to do a 1v1, a baking competition.
Baking competition, I would not win that.
I don't know how to bake. I can cook, but I don't know how to bake.
That'd be a crazy video.
This Justin baking competition. Well, we're already on for the stupid gingerbread house competition. If we hit 50 subscribers
Yeah.
at the end of the year, so
There we go.
hey, make it happen. I think we're more than halfway there.
You get to 150? Baking competition?
Hey, 150 baking competition?
Maybe.
Jared threw it out there,
Maybe. That's not,
Make it
it's not
happen.
set in stone yet, but.
and you get to decide what we bake.
Ooh.
Leave it in
That'd
the
be
comments down below. I swear, if it's like some complicated, like 3-layered cake,
3-layer cake takes 5 hours to make.
that'll be the longest video I've ever had to edit. We filmed the whole thing on time lapse.
Time. Make it 2 times speed.
It's just a time lapse staring at the oven for like
It's
5
just
hours.
it's fan to the oven the entire time.
It's not even us. It's just the oven.
It's just the oven. That'd be elite content.
Hey, we all here. If you can, if we might have to start like a 1v1 series on the
That'd be pretty
channel,
fun.
low-key.
We could.
We just 1v1 anything possible.
Yeah,
Oh, we just came up with a good idea.
we did.
Dang. Well, if you guys want to hear another good idea, it's to subscribe so that you don't miss an episode.
That's
We
true.
post every week, mostly on Tuesdays at 7:30, unless I'm running late on the editing. Which it shouldn't happen this time, so it should be
Yeah.
you should be watching this Tuesday, you know.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Follow on Instagram. As always, our links and socials are all down in the description. And yeah, Jared, you got anything else for us?
I don't got anything else.
All right, well, we will see you all next week.
Indeed.